Moin Nagner, einen wunderschönen guten Tag. Wie geht's? So, I completely forgot that you need athletics for Hasongo, but luckily we randomly must have found this, so that's fine. Besser als gestern, aber immer noch nicht fit. Wird noch dauern und selbst. Bei mir eigentlich ganz gut heute. Ja, ich hoffe, geht dir bald besser. Ja, kann mich eigentlich nicht beklagen. Hey Captain Things, good evening. Yeah, here we go again. I made some mistakes last stream and I'm just looking through the stuff I did wrong. Also, I did one single thing off stream because I didn't realize it would exit save. So I went back to Queenspur's because there's a cape with +2 stealth, but then I bought it, I wasted my money on it, I realized it's an aura that doesn't work on self. So we're gonna have a little bit of trouble getting the console horde cape stolen. But we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, I had to restart once, but as you can see, we did pretty much all of Nikitaka. Hasongo should get us very close to level 13. So yeah, the one death, it was annoying, but we're at a good spot right now. I just really have to be careful with planning my route, not making any mistakes, and I almost left for Hasongo without making sure I have this, but we're good, and I do have this. Also, I'm really contemplating going to Akamir's place early, because it's a level 15 area. So if I went there lower level, the enemies wouldn't be upscaled by the level scaling, and maybe we don't need as much stealth. If I respec right now, I mean, it's hard to tell how many points I actually put in this. It's 2 from the outer potion, 2 from the bounty, 2 from the boots. So that's 6 points extra. So it's 8. No. My math is bad. It's 7 points that I put in it. So I could put 11 points in it. So we would get 16? No, 11 plus 6. We would get 17. Oh, I probably don't have Thieves Putty either because I wasted several Thieves Putties on random shit. So we need Thieves Putty as well before we do that. So we can get to 17 with Thieves Putty to 19. We get 2 more levels and I could get it to 21 and the enemies would not be upscaled. Because we would be level 14 and they're level 15. So that would be 21 stealths. And they're not upscaled. Would that be enough? Yeah. Originally, I wanted to go there, get the cape, and then kill Console Horde. But right now, since the cape of stealth doesn't actually work on self, it only works on allies. Now I feel like I'm not gonna have enough stealth without the cape. So now my idea is to go there before they're upscaled. And I can't fight Consort yet, which is a big shame. But it should be easier to sneak there. Yeah, the other cloak that gives stealth ready, the problem is it's in the Drake Slayer, the Fire Drake Slayer. Oh, there's one in Dunnage. Oh, really? I overlooked that one then. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go and get that one. Yeah, I'm stupid and I wasted money on this cape. Because, yeah, I'm not a very smart person. I didn't realize there was one in Dunwich. Okay, so I guess we go to Hasongo for now. We should be fine for Hasongo then. Then we go to Dunwich and look at that cape. And then I'll think about what I'll do. Maybe I'll still get the cloak first, because I want to be level 16 for Console Horde. Yes, going back and forth is a little bit of a waste of time, but maybe it's still better to do that, because then we have Brilliant or we can get Brilliant. It's a little bit awkward to get it at low level though. For other fights, get to level 16 by doing bounties. Oh, it's a Cloak of Mirroring, right. I didn't even realize that had stealths. Gonna look at it in a sec. That will make things a lot easier. Oh yeah, mirror back. Yeah, right. Yeah, I completely forgot about that one. So we wasted some money on that other cloak and immediately sold it back. But I think it only sells for like 200 gold and I have no idea what the buying price is and question marks and stuff. Oh, also Dune, sorry. I didn't say hi. Hey, Dank Overlord. Yeah, I mean, we just started, so yeah, so far everything is going. I mean, we made some mistakes, some hiccups, but other than that, everything is going to plan. Yeah, the Stalking Cloak, you get that for Fire Drake. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to fight today. I'm just thinking about, do we fight... Oh, it's off. Do we fight after getting the cloak? Or do we fight before it? Like, it's possible, but maybe it would be better. If we fight after we get it, because they're not gonna get upscaled. We will have to go there twice, because we have to kill Consort. And I can't do that at like level 14 or something. Yeah, I know that's what everyone is waiting for. I'm just trying to be safe, you know. Yeah, right now I want to be in slow mode. We're gonna turn on fast mode once we're through on the other side. I think about the injury changes they made to the Fire Drake. The thing is, the Fire Drake is not as much of a problem, because you can like get oozes between you and him, so you don't need to get injured by him. Sometimes it happens, like when I fought him on my test run, I got injured once at the end. Like at the start I got injured 3 times all the time because I was stupid and I wasn't trying to avoid it. But if you avoid it, it's really easy to not get hit by it. I mean, it used to be a way too easy fight. You could just put on the fire cape and never take any damage in that fight and even get healed by it. So I think it's a good change, personally. Okay. Now we take this. Oh, I didn't even need that yet. But it should last long enough, and we have 2. Oh, also, talking about fighting, I did some practice for the actual console horde fight today with my other test character. And the invisibility combined with like CCs not making you visible is pretty cheesy. I mean, it's mostly really good when you have Brilliant. If you don't have Brilliant, it's a little bit harder. But whenever you don't want to get Arcane Dampener or whatever by someone like Consulhort who can cast it on repeat, you can cast Pull Off Aura from being invisible, and you won't notice that you cast it. Like, it doesn't break stealths. And you can cast a Phantom as well without breaking stealths. So one cheese you can do is you can cast Minor Blights on yourself, because the Phantom will copy your weapon, and Minor Blights is a ranged weapon, so the Phantom doesn't have to walk into the pole. And yeah, you can just rinse and repeat, keep doing that, wear them down. Of course, it's a lot easier with Brilliant. It is doable once you have Archamir's Book. It's obviously doable without Brilliant, because Archamir's Book has an invis on the mage side. But the thing is, you get Brilliant Cloak on the way to Consulhort anyway, so... Lance is really good. The problem with Lance is that it's... the Phantom is gonna walk into the pole. I mean, you're not gonna use the whole pole thing anyway. Wait, what just happened? Did I just kill myself because I did that? I've never done this option with a grappling hook before. Apparently it doesn't require athletics, which doesn't really help me because I have athletics anyway, and it alerts the enemies. Holy shit. That was scary.
They won't see me coming long as I keep my eyes.
Oh, also we can do this now. But yeah, you only really need that tactic when you're afraid of Arcane Cleanse or Arcane Dampener. But it pretty much makes you untouchable. You cast stuff, the enemy doesn't notice it. Your Phantom kills them for you. Which mega bosses are you really afraid of? None. The mega bosses are easy. The mega bosses are not a problem. All I'm afraid of is getting the cloak. Like sneaking to get the cloak. Basically, that's the most dangerous part of all of it.
And go. Carry a warning of what food does not now. That shufflers must do many generations ago. The sand strike their meddling displeased the gods. So that you are at the gods see. They will tear them off. If you're fat, I will stand loose. We will kill the shuffler and free your the god.
But yeah, that's the most scary part because I'm bad at sneaking and the game doesn't pause.
Your first attempt to yes.
When you interact.
That is with the last time I soon the soldiers
when you interact with the loot stashes, if you're playing on the ultimate or if you're playing with a no pause challenge, it's just super scary. You have to click on the loot immediately and run away immediately.
But we were sure the god walked with you.
Oh yeah, and we did level. I kind of expected to at least get close because this is a shit ton of XP here in Hasongo. So now at least we have Invis. So we technically could do two fights. No, one fight because we only get one level 5 spell right now. So yeah, we could do one fight without consumables. And then we could like rest again or whatever. But yeah, I'm really contemplating like respec, put all into stealths, go to Bekanas at level 14. So they're not upscaled. And the stealth detection should be lower if they're lower level. As far as I know. So yeah, this goes automatically. Hey, Modern Savagery. It's going well so far. We just started though. Didn't do anything too scary. Went to Hasongo. Yeah, priest side right now, I can't really use any of these too well, so maybe I should go with tough for now. The thing is, I have to remember to get these two before we get to level 16. So maybe I should just start getting them. I'd really like to grab tough, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna respec before we fight anyway, so maybe I should grab tough. Is there anyone that managed to do the challenge yet? As far as I know, there hasn't been someone. But the thing is, if someone just quietly sends in their run, then no one would know until it gets approved, I think. Yeah, it is very curious that there's no god challenge that prevents respec. There's a couple of things that could make the challenge harder, but I'm happy they're not there. I'm really happy. Hey, for you. Thank you. And yeah, I mean, I see a good chance to actually manage to do it, or I probably wouldn't be doing it. I don't know. Maybe I'd still be doing this, but yeah, I do see a good chance. I do think it's possible. Honestly though, right now we have good offensive level 5 spells. Maybe I should go with tough on the mage side right now. As I said, I'm probably gonna respec before we fight anyway. Do I even need more more bluff? I need like 12 or something, I think. Oh, I have 11. Yeah. Okay, we need one more. And then go diplomacy, I guess. So I guess we could go like this and this, but maybe we should grab safeguard. That's the thing we could do. Safeguard is probably a good idea. Wait, what? That's super annoying. I have to do this and this. What the fuck? Yeah, I have to respec. It's all a little bit of a mess right now. What can we craft? We can craft invis potions. So that's quite crazy. Wow, we can craft 3 invis potions. That's insane. So we definitely can fight. We already have withdraw scrolls and we can craft withdraw scrolls as well. Can actually use withdraw scrolls, so there's like 2 arcana. Oh yeah, we have 6. Yeah, we can fight. We have the spells on the priest side, which are not that ideal to use without not that ideal to use without brilliant, for sure. Yeah, we also have tons of withdraw scrolls, holy shit. Invis potions, our own invis from the priest side. So that's definitely a thing that's possible. Oh, also we finally got this necklace.
Wow, is it my birthday?
Oh, also we should put stupid cam back on. There's no danger right now. Yeah, walls will help as well. I mean, you can't set up more than one wall anymore.
I have an intelligence of...
I learned that during practice today. So one thing I was trying to do is like trigger Brilliant in combat by casting Draining Wall on an enemy and casting Firewall on self. But that doesn't work because once you cast a Firewall, the Draining Wall disappears. So you still have to react with like Salvation of Time. I mean, it's not the biggest deal, but it would be a lot safer if you had a Draining Wall on the enemy. Since all the numbers will be hidden, like buff durations and everything, as question marks. So added security can be good sometimes, and we don't have it in every single way. But yeah, it's still good. It's still good. It just all has to be used with a lot of care. Like ideally, we buff up enough out of the fight, out of enemy side with Salvation of Time. I mean, technically, the good thing about Draining Wall is I don't need Brilliant when I have Draining Wall. A thing I could do is once I have the Alchemist Spellbook and Draining Wall, I could use the Invis from Alchemist Spellbook because it actually gets prolonged by Draining Wall or by Salvation of Time and gets prolonged by any spell. But this one here always runs out, like the 17 seconds or whatever it takes. You can't prolong that. But the Akemir one you can prolong. So that's a thing one can do. Like go into the middle of enemy when you're invisible. Only works with the Akemir Invis, so have to kill Consort for that. Or Akemir. So it's not that easy to get. But either way, you get what I mean. So you go Invis, you go into combat, you cast the Draining Wall, the enemies will not detect you. Like they will detect the Draining Wall and will actually walk on it like idiots searching for you. And yeah, basically, when that happens, you cast Bearing Destor on yourself. And yeah, technically, as I said, you don't necessarily need Brilliant that way. But it's a little tedious, because you have to use Blood Sacrifice to get the Draining Wall back, and Blood Sacrifice will get rid of your Invis. So whenever your Draining Wall disappears, you'd have to go out of sight of the enemies again. Cast Blood Sacrifice until you get your level 7 back, then cast Invis again. So it's a little tedious. So in most fights I'll still be trying to get Brilliant. Just saying that that's a thing that's possible. Oh, we can't open this, huh? Doesn't really matter. There's nothing too special in there. He looks like some kind of witch doctor with a mask and the green torch saber, yeah. I mean, we're not gonna keep on the mask. I'm just wearing it right now because I don't have too much use for the Badato helmet right now, and I guess this is a little bit of safety. I guess it's only 17 seconds, I think. So without Salvation of Time, I can't really use it that well right now. And yeah, it is really good when it procs. But the problem is, it procs randomly when you get bloodied. And it's per rest. You don't get it back after combat.
An intelligence of 6.
So once it procs, it's useless for me until I rest again. Oh yeah, fast mode. Let me just make sure I know where I'm going so I'm not wasting time. Then we can go fast mode. I just want to be careful with the timer since I can't see it and shit. So sometimes I turn on slow mode when I'm looting and stuff like that.
Guys, leave this to Professor Grog.
Or like when I'm looking for where to go on the map. But then I have to just keep switching, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I want to fight. I'm just trying to think of a smart way to do it. Like right now, the only thing we can do to get spells back is Blood Sacrifice, and we don't have the invisibility from Arkamir's spellbook yet. I don't think I can kill Arkamir. Pretty sure I can't. Hey, Tsai. What's up, friend? So I'm just trying to be intelligent about it and not throw my progress away. I feel like ideal would just be get to level 14 in a safe way and then go and try and get Arkamir's. Oh, the cloak, I mean. The brilliant cloak. Console hearts, I guess.
Leave this to Professor Grog.
A pre-gent, a fighter mage, taking a 90 roll with 18-0 strength roll. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, fighter mage doesn't need that massive, like, it doesn't need more than 90. The strength roll is actually the most important thing in Baldur's Gate 1. Yeah, the Shroud of the Phantasm, that's right. Yeah, after the books, strength roll is less important, but the thing is, you get the strength book late, so 18-0 is still nice. Oh yeah, familiar, it's good if you start as, if you don't duel into a mage. If you start as a mage, you just get familiar at level 1. That's why multi-classes are so good in Baldur's Gate 1 compared to dual classing. Yeah, it's like the last book. I mean, it's together with like a wisdom book or something, but you get 2 wisdom books before that. So yeah. So yeah, now the big question is, do we go to Crookspur? That is the only big question I have. I think we should. It's a little bit of a waste of time, but I think we should. I mean, it's not really risky, Ratty. It's not risky as in we're gonna die. The only thing risky about it is we might waste too much time on this timer. Yeah, the ships are not a problem. We don't have gold right now. We can just surrender and get XP for our sailors, especially for our helmsmen. Like, whenever you go into naval combat and like, you have to go into the combat when you surrender or you won't get the XP. So it is slightly risky, but I haven't seen anyone one-shot me while I go into combat. Like, if you surrender at the first possible, usually they don't even shoot at you at that point. There could be a mutiny, that is true, but at this point, I'm not too worried because I know that, I mean, I could be wrong and it's not bluff or diplomacy that gets you out of it. It could be intimidate, which 4 still might be enough. That might still be enough. But yeah, that would be the main risk of a mutiny. If we'd actually have to fight, we'd probably be in a pretty bad spot. We have a lot of stuff though. We have these things. Oh yeah, I have to equip the invis potions for sure. Mutiny is a slight danger. It's true, we can't even see our morale, but I'm pretty sure it's not that good. Considering stuff like this happens. Oh, we got a luminous lobster. I didn't even realize we got that. Wait a second. I mean, I don't want to use it right now, though. Fuck, it's gonna degrade. Where did we even get that? Well, actually... Oh, no, we can't. We're missing oysters. Man, that lobster's probably gonna disappear. That's annoying. Can you put the food in Captain's cabin? You think it doesn't degrade if you put it in a container? That would be cool. I don't know if it works that way. But if it does, that would be insane. I should have done that from the start then, but if it works, I'm just happy to know about it if it works. Or try it. I mean, it shouldn't. Like, if you summon... Just an example, even though it's not directly related, but if you summon someone, they don't break their weapons. So I'm pretty sure the challenges only apply to our character. I'm quite certain about that. Quite certain. So it should work. It should actually work. That's a brilliant idea for sure. I'm 99% sure it should work. I don't think stuff in containers degrades.
Oh, good thinking.
Oh, I guess I have to put it in here first, but that's no biggie. I don't want to consume it. Oh. You can't do this. It stays in stash. Yeah.
Intelligence of 6. I know.
That would have been great if you could access your stash here. But sadly, no. That was a great idea, though. That was a great idea. Oh well. Might as well murder Jody while we're here.
Hit me again and I'll hit you back.
Okay, hit me back. My attack speed is so atrocious, but since they don't go out of combat, they don't heal because of the bleed.
You will be avenged.
Yeah, you just killed her yourself, but okay. Keep telling yourself that. Alright, so I think we're gonna do the damage thing. It's not risky as in we're gonna die, I think. I might be wrong. Remind me not to be your friend. Yeah. Agreed, little bastard. I think the time waste is definitely the biggest problem here. I feel like we're gonna make up for the time waste because we get the level 4 navigator. The mutiny checks are diplomacy or intimidate, but do you always get both, Nogna? Because if we get both diplomacy, we have like 11 diplomacy. There's no way there's a check higher than that. It's like 4 or 5. But intimidate is dangerous because we only have 4. I mean, it might still be enough, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I don't have anything valuable. Oh, you mean for the companions, yeah. You get both options, yeah. I think you always get both. Alright, let's risk this. This is just a super slight risk. This is not actually a risk. We're wasting time, potentially. But I don't think we're wasting too much time.
You blink, then you have returned to Bareth's room.
Well, tell me what you have learned.
She does not squeeze.
Wow.
In the baby of the
This is the first.
in the changeling of Abidons, I must.
But I will bear.
Oh,
Should Aethus
we speak with him, what?
No, it's like you're just greedy. Yeah. Oh, also we're gonna go below decks again. I kind of should have expected that. So now our timer has an additional 30 days. So it's not gonna run out anytime soon. But of course at the end it's still gonna be close. Just a little psycho. Yeah, someone who kills for greed is at least a little bit psycho. At least a little bit. Is this Crookspur? What is this place? Isn't Crookspur, right? Is it? I don't want to waste time. Oh, it is. Shit. Okay. So, that was a big time waste there. I didn't realize it was Crookspur. Well, that's too bad. Easy. Yeah, our ship is pretty fast now, and it's gonna be really fast once we get this navigator here. So I think the time waste is definitely made up by the navigator, because that's another 30% speed. We already outrun other ships, except for Rasoon, I guess. We're gonna get even faster once we have enough gold for the other upgrades that we couldn't afford. The actual time limit, it's like 3 days for the first quest. It's between 20 and 30 days to get to Hasongo. It's another 30 days after Hasongo and another 25 days after Ashenmoor. So it's about 90-ish days, I'd say. Maybe a little bit less than 90.
Care to have a look? Right away.
So this is a guy who has a navigator. What is his helmet? Oh, it's a recovery with two-handed. I was gonna use this helmet originally when I didn't know how quickly weapons break. Alright. And there we go, Master Navigator. There's one weakness about this whole thing, that we can't actually assign this navigator right now. We have to go back. Oh wait! Because I didn't have that many sailors, he went here. That's awesome. If he went here, we'd have to go back to Neketaka. This is actually something I have to be really careful of before I leave Neketaka, that I completely forgot about. Like, before you leave Neketaka, make sure that these slots are empty, but I didn't even think about that. So now we actually immediately get the 30% movement boost. That's insane. I mean, fast as fuck now.
Care to have a look?
Oh, we don't really need anything from him. I'm not even gonna attempt stealing this stuff. I'm too lazy. I don't want any risks right now. I mean, this is free.
this to Professor Grog.
So now we might get another level up out of these quests too.
The auction is almost take.
Yeah, the mechanics is pretty high. I don't think there's a key anywhere. So, yeah, I could get that with respecking. I don't even know if I can respec here.
We've got 875 and now 900. Now we're at 9. 11,100. Going once. Going
Oh, also a good way to tell when you have no gold in expert mode. All you can do is do nothing. Oops, why am I here already?
And how might I help? Master Kua is a busy man. As such, his meetings are limited to our valued clientele.
So yeah, this is the first bluff shack. Of course, really hard to tell because it's expert mode.
Percom, you are.
The other one is easier to tell because it's pretty much the only one you have. We're probably gonna steal some stuff outside here as well once we're back outside. Right now I'll get this over with. 8 diplomacy is enough to pass a mutiny check. Yeah, 8 diplomacy, we have like 11 or something, so no problem. Yeah, Diplomacy and Bluff are really useful early game.
I have an
Oh, I probably want to steal this. This is worth a little bit of gold. At least 1k.
Guys, I think I found something.
Oh, also Onyx. Ingredient for either withdrawal scrolls or invis potions. Always nice. Alright. As long as I don't click the wrong dialogue option.
I understand you're in the market for some of my labor. Please, enlighten me. How many slaves and of what type are you in the market for?
But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the option. If I really wanted to be perfectly safe, I mean, I want to be perfectly safe. If I wasn't a lazy fuck, I'd just always look this up. But I recently did this without having the required bluff, and I'm pretty sure only these two options showed up.
Seven? Yes. But before we go any further, I must ask you. How do you currently, or how do you plan to discipline yourself?
So this option here is a cruel option. Corporeal punishment. And this one should be a bluff option again. So this one wouldn't matter for us since we're a Skane priest. We're actually one cruel for Skane, but since we haven't gone to Tikavara yet, we want to avoid cruel.
Well, I believe now the Wahaki have been quite persistent. I need them stopped.
Alright, make doubly sure we didn't mess up. Oh, we kind of messed up at some point and got benevolent, but that doesn't really matter at all. But yeah, this is still fine. I'm not even gonna risk stealing anything in there. I could pickpocket them. I don't think they have anything good though, so yeah. Let's just leave. Ultimate can be annoying as Paladin, yeah. Because for Paladin it actually matters, while for Priest it's like, yeah, your heal gets better. Like this thing that you can use once per combat, it gets a little better, not even a lot. Apparently your Lash gets better, but I haven't really noticed a massive difference on testing characters. So I don't think it gets massively better.
Swift and silent as a really swift and silent thing.
Yeah, the Face and Conviction is a lot bigger deal. I've done a few TOI runs with Paladin. Trust me, it's annoying.
Oh, good thinking.
I honestly don't think anything here is worth risking my life for.
They won't see me
Like, most of the steals are easy, don't get me wrong. But I don't think anything here is actually worth. So we're just gonna leave. We got the quest. We probably got some XP as well, yeah. So level 14 should actually not be a problem. And our ship speed is really good now. It's not even maxed yet, we're still missing 2 or 3 upgrades. And the faster ship, the Voyager. You will need a lot of sailing time to retrieve the artifacts in Seeker Slayer Survival. I've never done that. I only did Seeker Slayer Survivor once, but I don't think you need to do that at all.
Are we gonna fight someone? I wanna throw the first.
Do you really need to retrieve those? Or is it just one of the passes? Because to finish Seeker Slayer Survivor, you only need to do one of the 3 idols or whatever, one of the 3 passes. You don't need to do every single quest. I might just remember this wrong because I only did SSS once, but I'm pretty sure I didn't do any sailing to retrieve any artifacts. Yeah, the ASS timer adds. Like, you don't always get one. You don't get one after